By far, the most common question I get from my subscribers is where I get my model cars. So today I'm just going to demonstrate some of the websites I use, as well as give some recommendations on it. So let's get started here. Now, as we can see, this is what says Diecast Car Models. It's actually diecastmodelswholesale.com. This is where I typically recommend people to go buy, because this is where I get most of my cars. It wasn't necessarily I got that specific one at this place. It's just a matter that it probably was out of chance, because probably 65% of my cars come from here. Now, this company is pretty good as far as their the product goes. They have a really nice website layout. Prices are just average. If you were to go to a wholesale club like Costco or BJ's or anything like that, then it's likely to be very lower. But at the same time, they only have typically Maistos or Motormaxes at a certain time of the year, so you really almost have to buy online unless you have a local hobby shop, which I do, that's going out of business, which is probably rather unlikely for you. Then you can occasionally get some good models there. So they show a really nice view of all the cars, and get a good idea of whether you want it or not, because I always like to see it, hence the reason why I do reviews. The only issue with this company is they have awful customer service. Yeah, customer service second to none. No, that's ridiculous. If you have a problem with your car, simple return policy? Absolutely not. It is incredibly difficult to return. I was battling them for probably 2 or 3 weeks trying to try to return a defective model. Finally, they did it, but they could not replace it. They didn't refuse to replace it. Just return it, and they waived the restocking fee. So, yes, good cars, good selection, poor customer service. Here's a company that is the exact opposite, minus the selection, because they do have an excellent selection. Their prices are generally the same as diecastmodelswholesale.com. As you can see here, you really can't get away from the prices online unless you go to eBay, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. Now, their customer service is excellent, but I have gotten several cars from them that were defective. They also don't pack it as well as diecastmodelswholesale.com. When I received Diecast Models cars, they're wrapped in full bubble wrap, each one with some cardboard to protect the window of the case, and it really works quite well. They don't. They just kind of throw it in a box, and well, it can come damaged sometimes. But they'll take it right back, and they're pretty professional about it. So I've gotten a good amount of cars here, but again, it's a little risky because they could be broken. So this is why I recommend either eBay or Amazon, because they have a buyer protection program that if you, no matter who you buy from, whether it's from a vendor or from eBay or Amazon themselves, they will repay you for any damages done that the company won't pay for if the company doesn't want to respond, like in the case diecastmodelswholesale.com. Now, diecast models and collectible diecast, I believe, both sell on Amazon and eBay. Let's see, you can usually tell by the picture. Yes, here we go. So that's diecastmodelswholesale.com, and I can just tell by the picture because it's like the white background, and that's the way they start it. It's wholesale. There it is. Same pictures down here. And this will be safer buying it off of eBay than it would be off their website, because you have the middleman to protect you if there's any issues. So I would recommend that. Amazon has the exact same program. I typically search 118 something. I'm just searching Motormax now. And go under toys and games. Gives you a really good selection. You can even go as far as just doing 118 period. And yeah, you'll get some of the crap. Nah, let's see. We gotta go model cars. Well, actually, featured brands here. Collectible Diecast. There we go. Now, I've found that no matter who you really use, these companies are pretty good. See, just look at this number, 88% positive. That's actually low. I would go for a higher number when you're purchasing. Diecast Models was right here, 98% positive. So overall, that is my recommendations for purchasing model cars online. I hope this answered the question that is very often requested. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll leave the links to these websites in the description box, so you'll be able to run to them and give it a check. Just be careful. As with buying anything online, you're always safer to use a website like this. Or reputable companies like this. Minus their customer service again. If you're just buying off of a random website, it could be not too good. Also, when you're buying off of eBay, especially, not so much Amazon, but eBay, you get the the small companies or the individual sellers, and they might not necessarily be reputable, so you might end up getting a damaged car. But then again, you have eBay to protect you. Alright, so that's all, and thank you for watching.